and we're not able to get anything. So yeah, that's bad beast, but that's okay. That's okay. So let's see. What do we fight next? A mirror match. Astik playing Yotul. Alright, and we are on the draw now, so that's a big problem in the mirror. It's not impossible, but it's not impossible, but it's going to be a hard one. Although we have a duelist and an arena regular in the pocket, and that's very significant. He didn't play anything on the first turn. We have access to a burn, so we definitely have the tool to interact while he'll be playing. And we've got some nice recurring damage on the board for the first game. That works. If there's a way to fight this one, this is definitely it. We would like to see a blood threshold at some point in the very near future, but for now, with the burn, the bolt, the regular in hand, we're in a decent spot. Turn 2, we're just going to play Ruby Shard and likely and just hold burn. Oh, this is the Chen deck again. Wow. Maybe I'm missing something. Is that a new thing? The Chen deck. I guess the Chen deck is a lot harder to interact with if you're playing against banks. No bot threshold, but another regular. So I'm very tempted to just play a shard here and use the duelist. And he might be playing Heatwave's main deck. Is he playing Heatwave's main deck? Let's just play the regular. See how he wants to address that threat. Because we're representing a very decent amount of damage next turn. Regular into shard. Or most likely next turn is just going to be shard into bolt to the face. Bolt and burn to the face. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yep, we're racing. We're definitely racing. We need a blood threshold now. We didn't get it. We could go for regular into a ruby shard into a burn to the face. That would be 5 damage total. Or we go with a ruby shard for 1, for 2, and then a bolt for 5. That would be 7 this turn, but I think we're going to go all in with the 2 chance on the board. There's a very real chance that we might die next turn. I think we're going all in here. Going with the shard, and then a duelist. And then the burn to the face. And then attacking with the regular. That's a lot of damage, and if he doesn't deal with our board and don't kill us, if he just brings us down, next turn we might just kill him. Depending on what we draw. If we draw a ruby shard next turn, do we kill him? We could do 2 plus 1 plus he attacks. Huh. A ruby shard. So we're playing the ruby shard here for 2 damage. This guy definitely goes for 1. Now, bolt to the face is 3 plus 2. That's 5. Burn to the face, it's 2. That's 7, and then we attack with the 2, and he blocks 1 and he dies. So I think this is how we win this. 5, bring it down to 1, and then we attack for the win. Okay, so we managed to do it. Managed to do it, that works. Charge power is not possible because we don't have a blood threshold. And we win on a draw, first game, that's okay. Like that. Alright, so we're removing the tendrils for sure. Here, I love the life gain. Eric Outlaw seems to be a nice candidate as well in the matchup. Do we want anything else? The priestess are nice. I think I like that. Maybe we don't want that many kiss and we want priestess as instead to attack each turn, but that's pretty slow. Vampire Kiss does gain some health back. I like the health back. I think we're going to play as is. The other line is to remove the duelist for something else, but if we move for the duelist, we could go with one priestess, one burn to the ground, and I guess we could remove two duelists for that. Not removing them all, but you know, I think we're going to go with that. Alright. Be interested to know what would you guys go with the reserves. So it's the second time we face the Chen deck today. See what we draw. Kiss Kiss, a bunch of cards, and a burn. If we don't draw a shard, we're in trouble, but we've got both thresholds here. We've got a burn to cover up a duelist Hurley, or something along these lines. And we've got an Ebony Palm here. So Darkspire Priestess, that end is very good, so we're going to keep this. If we draw shards, this is going to be Ruby as Zygmunt's game as a constant removal and or a troop removal and or an artifact removal at random. It's not that great in our deck though, because we tend to play a decent amount of artifacts ourselves, so it can also hit us, which is pretty bad for us. In this matchup, I think I'm not playing a Bunny Pound on turn 2, I will actually be playing a Priestess on turn 2, which represents more damage every turn, since he's very unlikely to have blockers for the Priestess. Let's just play the good old aggro route with the Priestess here. See how he wants to answer that. And if he spends cards to kill a Priestess, I'll be more than happy with that. Next turn could be a Pound plus a burn, or just the other Priestess with a burn. Maybe. But the Priestess here is a nice way to interact with him, for sure. That represents 2 damage a turn, and that's very significant. So here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're very, very, very close to the 20 viewers for the draft pack giveaways of each win, but yeah, that's nice. Burn, perfect. He spends his turn answering the troop and not developing his board with enchantment, so that's perfect. With Constance. So let's play a Ruby Shard here and just play another Priestess. If the first one was a threat, the second one is likely a threat as well. And it does represent regular damage on the board, so it is at 4, so we're entering the territory where it could technically go out of fire, activate Yotul, out of fire, burn to the face, and just go off on us. Well, this is very, very scary territory. And he's using Burning Tendrils here on the Priestess for 3 damage to his face, and we're still ahead in the race. That's perfect. 1 damage every turn. Do we want to answer it with a burn? I think we do. I think we do. We're still ahead. Next we play another priestess. And this turn we play priestess with an ebony pound. For 1 damage. And we've got some recurring damage here. We're 1 blood threshold away from using the infusion device. And at that point we have close to enough damage as is in our end and on the board right now to kill him in 2 or 3 turns. But that's going to be a hard call. Him not having a big hand right now is very significant. Because there's a lot of draws right now that he might get that are really bad. Maybe just remove all the chance from his deck. And this is most definitely a block. I have no problem with that. 3 damage to the face. Wow, that's nice. Another pound. So I guess we're going with a pound route. We're sitting on 6 charges. Going with 2 and pass the turn. Just Yotul playing first chance maybe. My guess is that first game he's playing Chant deck, and then after that on the board he removed the chance and bring him the brutalizer and the usual cards, the usual troops, while we are removing our direct damage to his troops. Well, that might be the plan if you're. Wow. Okay, so this is a decent amount of damage. We still have the cards needed to kill the brutalizer here, but that evens the game fairly well. And we've got a blood threshold that night, so we're playing the blood threshold. Going to activate champion power, pound to the face, and then kill the brutalizer, gaining some health back. And with him having no cards in hand, it is extremely likely that he does 12 damage to us this turn. Is there even a sequence of cards that he can play that does 12 to us? I don't think so. And this is a win on a draw 2 times. Wow. Alright. That's not applicable, and we're at 17, so close. Let me just refresh my my dashboard to see if we're at 20 and we have a draft pack giveaway here. That would be nice. So this is win. Our winnings pool for the stream is up to 300 platinum.